Our Father in heaven, now we ask you to be with us as we conduct city business. Father, we do it in your will and please you, Father, in our conversations and our dealings. Father, we ask you to be with those that are sick tonight. Father, do it for our country as well. We ask God to just have
Amen. Mr. Palmer, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. It's our last meeting of the year. We'll see each other next year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. All righty, so let's dive into the business. In your packet, you've got the minutes from November 19th. I will entertain a motion.
I'll motion.
To approve as written. We have a second.
I'm noted there is absent, and I was here.
Oh,
Okay? You probably just picked it up from the previous.
Okay.
You might have been too quiet.
It's doubtful.
No way.
Well, I'm glad you're not. I'm glad you're not.
There.
Okay, any other changes, corrections? See, not any, all in favor of approving the minutes or with the change, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Let's start with committee reports, and I'm gonna start with Christian, so I won't forget tonight, so.
Much appreciated. I just had a few different things, don't have too long. For this kind of business around town, just wanted to say thank you for everybody who made the holiday open house and small business Saturday a big success this year. Had the opportunity to kind of showcase several of the new shops around town too, so that's always good. About, I guess, this meeting a month ago, I announced that we were going to be changing over our Kennett Cash gift card system. So we've had quite a few sign up and waiting on a few more to activate at this point. But since this time last month, we have over $1,000 worth of those gift cards out and about in the town. So that means that people have bought those who could have gotten an Amazon card, Visa card, and instead over $1,000 at this point will be spent at local businesses instead of, just wherever.
Have you advertised this?
Yeah, we have from the chambers accounts and everything. So trying to get the word out there a little bit more and make sure every business that wants to participate gets in on it because it's a lot easier than the past system. So hopefully that'll just continue to grow. And then the other more chamber-related announcement, Kennett Board of Public Works has been kind enough to help us sponsor the residential Christmas lighting contest again this year. So anybody can sign up for that. There's no cost to enter yourself in the contest. Deadline is December 13th to let us know if you want to be in contention for that. So one winner from each ward in Kennett will win a $25 Board of Public Works bill credit. And then the overall winner, the Clark Griswold Award winner, will win a $50 bill credit. And so that'll be announced the week of Christmas for the winners. And then we'll put out a list of everyone who's registered so that people who want to drive around town and look at lights can do that. But the big thing is Just a Small Town Christmas is back, better than ever, bigger than ever. And that'll be next Tuesday starting at 4:45. But they have made this a huge thing this year. It'll be a 3-4 day event. Starting Saturday, the Adelphia Bazaar will take place at the American Legion building. Sunday, there will be a Christmas pageant that goes along with that event. And then Monday, there will be a showing of the Polar Express at the Palace Movie Theater at 6 o'clock. This year, if you were there last year, you know it was bigger than pretty much anyone kind of anticipated. So this year, we're spilling out from the square and into side streets back to City Hall here. There will be elves, Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus again. Pet Parade is back. This year we'll have Clydesdales pulling a wagon rather than a regular hayride. Dickens carolers, a live nativity with camels, goats, donkeys. We'll have a ton of food trucks and other booths this year. Those will be next to the museum building. There'll be just a really good time, an iceless skating rink for kids, just a lot to do. So if you want any information about that, there's a Just a Small Town Christmas Facebook page where you can see a full rundown of events and everything like that. So, anybody have any questions?
The skating rink, where's it gonna be located?
I'm not sure.
The reason I'm asking.
On the island.
On the
Where?
east side.
On the island,
Yeah.
east side of the courthouse.
Okay, because some of the students are gonna be doing that from school.
That's our school.
So when will it start? The skating rink, right?
That's earlier.
Or during the day,
The
Yes.
students are in the day, I believe.
they'll
Is that
get
right,
bus over.
Jan?
Yeah, I think for South School, they're doing that for the daytime, and they are asking those students to please give other kids a chance to skate at night. They was trying to let people skate on there, but it's in that parking area between the courthouse and that island on the east
Yeah,
side.
okay.
And I think the team said it'd take up about that entire space, was real ice skates, so,
Yeah, okay.
an iceless skating.
And that'll be good this year. Just a reminder, tourism funds were used to advertise this event, so we will ideally have a lot of outside visitors this year as well. So we used local funds for the adulting club and then the marketing matching grant for the state of Missouri. So we got an ad in Children's Missouri magazine that will help promote this year.
I believe there's 10 snowboard machines this year, so the whole square's gonna be snowed.
But on with snow machines, when I was in Florida, they had them on the corners of the building instead of straight out where the walkways were.
They're gonna have it
Like I have in the corners.
somewhat, I can't get all the details, I don't know all the details, but
Okay.
it's something similar to that. May even see if we can use a fire truck for whatever,
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
so.
As long as the wind works with us this year, then it'll be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what time Tuesday? You said 4:30 to when?
It starts at 4:45 with an address from the mayor, and then I believe it goes through around 8 o'clock.
And tree lighting at 6, I thought I saw.
I'm not sure about the full.
Fireworks and all the things.
Well, the square looks amazing. Kudos to the chamber, the Adelphians, and all the businesses who helped to make it happen.
A couple of one business item we need to take care of. So apparently some of the blow-ups that are gonna be there, take longer, they're so big, it takes longer for them to air up. We're needing to close the city streets at noon on that day. We're not gonna, we can't close the highway, but we can close the city streets. Do anyone have any opposition to that?
Gerald and the chief will take care of that.
At noon on Tuesday next week, week from
The
tonight.
ones around
You
the
know
square.
exactly which ones you're
All
gonna shut
city
down.
streets.
Y'all, she already spoke to you all about which streets you're gonna close down anyway? And where?
Not yet, not exactly.
Well, I'll let Ms. Brown map that out more precisely with you all.
How about the businesses that we involved in this, is that gonna be a problem for them?
She's, this just come up this afternoon, about 5 o'clock today.
Okay.
She's gonna advise the post office and any other business affected. I believe she's needing around the post office, was that where the mailboxes are located in Main Street,
Right.
closed. So that's the only business, the post office. And then College Street. So really, the only business involved would be downtown businesses, which they're well aware of what's going on. The courthouse is closing at noon,
Okay.
so all that traffic's gonna be out there by then.
City Hall closed.
And then the highway will be closed. I can't give you the exact time at the moment, but the highway will be closed also. A little later, I think it's around 4,
Okay.
maybe a little sooner. And the MoDOT will be putting up signage for detouring around town. Okay?
I have a question real quick.
Mhm.
How much did you say that on the lighting, I know $25 for each ward winner, but what was the grand winner?
$50.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Oh, and then we will do a Best Decorated Neighborhood Award.
Okay.
That's bragging rights only.
Pride, not prize.
Yeah, last year it was Bell Mead, so neighborhoods gotta bring it this year.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let's start over here. Street.
We had an issue the other day, that the chief is checking into it for us. We had some vandalism at the department, and so we're checking on the development of the video system a little bit better than what we're dealing with right now. And we'll keep you updated on that. But they're working hard on catching who did it, and we're working hard to make sure it doesn't happen again. That's all, and that's all we got for that.
You able to locate the keys, the locks? Okay, finance.
Mine is simple as well. I don't have anything on the income side. The SREs was emailed this morning at 10:21 a.m.
Yes, I know.
That didn't give us enough time to review them, so I'd like to wait until next council meeting to approve those. You all have a copy, just go over it and we'll approve those next time. With that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to Lisa. She's got an update for us
You
from
know,
the finance committee.
yes, as I think all of you know, Brenda's retiring at the end of the year, so we're gonna have some changes in City Hall operations. And we're delighted to say that Jan McElrath is being promoted to city clerk, and Tina Butler will now be the deputy clerk. Both of these ladies have done a great job over the past couple of years in helping us get back on sound financial footing. They've been very instrumental in that area. They've been through 2 general audits and 1 state audit, so they're very familiar with the city's finances and the city business. And they've come up with some great, improvements to our processes, so we're excited about, moving forward here as much as we'll miss Brenda, leaving in good hands, I think. And also, starting yesterday, we have a new addition to the City Hall staff. Lily Roberts is moving over here, so we'll have all city business in one location. She will be managing licensing and permits and things of that nature, and some of the duties that Tina has done in the past, and then also other things that she's been doing at her current location at the fire department. So all city business will be in one place.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
PD?
Yes,
Oh,
just so happens we have some bids. We have some guns that come in from evidence that we sell on bid, and they have to be a licensed gun owner to license to sell those. And so we've asked all the local pawn shops and dealers if they would be interested in building. We do have 3 bids.
how many guns did you have altogether?
I don't remember how many we have. We have several.
Bunch, yeah.
But Bob's Pawn Shop is $3,000. And we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have another auction later on.
I'd say we're a bit of 50 guns, around 50.
I would say so, yeah. Boot Hill Guns is $1,000,
Is that for all of them?
yes. Our Family Pond is $1,350, so it looks like the winner will be Bob's Pawn Shop at $3,000. And we want to put that money into equipment reserve.
Do we have a motion to approve, to accept the highest bid of $3,000?
Motion.
We have a second? Okay, discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Also, we have a radar trailer that we're gonna scrap due to the price. It's gonna cost more to fix it than what it's worth. And we've had a person agree to give us $300 for the scrap trailer, and that'll pay for some work that we've had done on it. And get it removed out of the compress.
Do we have a motion to accept the 300?
300, yes.
Do we have bids for that, or?
No, if we're scrapping it.
This is crap.
Okay.
It's not any good.
I'll make
Wait.
the motion.
How about a second? That's one,
I'll
please.
second.
I thought that's one over here made a motion. Anyway, Palmer,
Yes, sir.
discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
And,
And abstain,
We're in the same spot.
abstain?
Yeah. Yes. I got
yes,
you.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I wasn't, I was thinking something else.
Okay.
I'm sitting here reading this and stuff.
we have a, opportunity to hire an individual, and I'd like to go into closed session to discuss that person. at the
We had that scheduled this evening.
Pardon me?
We had that scheduled.
Yes, okay. That's all I have.
Cool.
Short and sweet.
Thank you very much. Animal control?
The only thing we have, I know of, I gave this field last council meeting about buying pets for Christmas. You're gonna buy a pet, dog, cat, fish, whatever it is. If you don't have a place to put it, where it's warm, dry, if you're not willing to sleep outside with it, don't buy it. If you abandon the animal, you will get a ticket.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Wayne, you're the only one on the right-hand side over here.
Everything's running smooth so far.
Hey,
Nothing to say.
all right. Leave it at that.
Y'all don't exist, do you know that?
Anything from you all? All right. We'll move into unfinished business. We have a deed, was discussing about the deed, for, yeah, Starnes and Winford. You don't have,
I haven't been given legal description.
what do we need to do about that?
You can go ahead, they can go ahead and, they've already approved acquiring the property, so just approving your signature on
That is
the
it.
deed or whatever.
Sign for it.
On whatever paperwork needs to be done to get the property into the city,
So that's already been taken
city
care of.
ownership,
Okay. Stop sign ordinance?
next meeting.
Okay. New business. Lien forgiveness. Brenda's included in your packet. I'm gonna let her explain what what the information she's compiled.
Well, what it is, whenever the city has to go in and clean up a lot, mow it, pick up junk, whatever, or tear down something, you know, and then if the owner doesn't pay, then the city puts a lien against it. So we have some that are old. They go back, what I found in our files go back to 2015, some of them. So, I know y'all can't see this, but there's yellow and green. So the yellow ones, are where a different owner now has it, that's different from who owned it at the time we put the lien on it. The green ones, the reason I've color-coded them that way is that when you look on the county's website, the same owner is still listed, but it'll say, like in this case, it says deceased and this person is a trustee, or it'll say in care of somebody. So apparently the original owner's name is still on it, but it kind of puts it in a different category. But all these in the orange are ones that definitely have a different owner now than it was at the time the lien was placed. And so I totaled those up. You know the prior or the current?
Current.
The current value of the ones that definitely have a different owner is $30,575.65. That's the liens against these properties. The ones that have the in care of is $7,926.25. And then if, what the mayor asked me to do was to take off, segregate the older ones versus more current ones. So prior to 2020, the ones who definitely have a different owner, the value of that is $20,552.90, and the ones that have the in care of is $3,969.75.
So I've spoken with 4 landowners who've called about this, bought the property, private transaction. One particular gentleman, he has bought the property next door to him, torn down the house, cleaned up the lot, and then comes to find out he's got, based off a letter, Brenda sent out letters recently, he got a letter in the mail saying that he owes several hundreds of dollars for a prior cleanup before he bought the property. And so, I told the gentleman, I said, I can't do anything about it, the city council can do something about it, they choose to do it. I think it's fair to go ahead and leave the lien on the properties that the current owner, the vendor, if you wanna call it that way. But the ones that's changed hands, especially anything before 2020, I think it's loaded a little unfair to assess a lien on that property, in my opinion. But, again, you're all the ones that got the authority to change that if you see fit.
So, he bought the property unbeknownst to the prior owners.
That's right.
Well, I'd say that we forget that.
Moving forward, I want to be really active on sending out letters, informing the owner they have a charge for that property, especially the first year. We're gonna know if we'll get a payment off that the first year.
Well, there's also a question about how far back you can go back to collect. And for taxes, it's usually 3 years. We couldn't bring an action for the money after 3 years. And if we can't enforce the lien,
Then it's worthless.
it's worthless.
Yeah.
And also any property that was bought during a tax sale, all liens are forgiven against that statute that was passed in August.
Are any of those on this list?
Without
No,
going.
sure.
I'm sure they are.
I'm
Don't know
sure,
for
yeah,
sure.
But I don't know.
We actually cannot do anything prior to 2021, is that
Right.
correct? So we-
22 essentially, coming up in less than a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we make a motion on this, we need to start.
I think a clean date
Yes.
to help the clerk's office would be very beneficial.
Mhm. Be nice to know that other people have improved these lots like this gentleman did.
I mean, he was willing to pay it, but I was like, hold back on paying it till I have time to speak to the council. I think it's fair to
I agree.
wait that.
And in the past, in situations like that, where people have purchased property, next door to them and cleaned it up and improved the property, in the past, the council has forgiven those liens.
So I would recommend, just my recommendation is, the properties has changed hands, and there's a new owner that was unaware of the situation, forgive those, and then set a date on anything prior to that. Whether it be 22 or, January 1, 2022.
I'll make a motion that we do so. Anything prior, change of ownership prior to 22, January 1st of 2022. We forgive those, we waive those ones.
Prior ownership change and also the date,
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure how to write that.
Properties change hands, that's one
Prior to-
forgiveness, no matter what date.
Okay, all of these.
If they changed hands,
Okay. And all of these
January 1, 2022.
prior to that. Okay.
The motion on the floor, and I don't think we've got a second, but I'll clarify the motion, is to forgive the liens for any property that's changed hands. And then also forgive the liens for any property that's been assessed a lien from January 1, 2022,
Over.
older than those dates.
I'll second that.
Hang on a second. Any discussions?
I just have a couple of questions.
Yes, ma'am.
When, I understand these are private transactions, did they get a title or deed? Does it show up at the courthouse when they're
If they get,
transferring ownership that there is a lien?
if they
should
get
be.
title insurance, it
If
will.
they do title search, it does, but most of this transactions.
They're not, and so there's no way that they would know that then? Okay, thank you.
And point out that there are several properties here that are owned by a trust, and the owner now is listed as a trustee. That's not a change of ownership. The trust owns the property, trust still owns the property.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's not a change of ownership.
The different dates is whenever they've been sent,
Yeah, that's when the lien was placed.
Okay.
So those are, in this situation, those are all still current, they're still valid, and there has not been a change of ownership.
You had a couple questions, is that,
That was my question, thank you.
any other questions? All in favor of the, you good? All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you all.
Mr. Mayor, for
Yes, sir.
discussion purposes on the same topic,
Mhm.
I think we need to bring property maintenance in on these in the future. If we're still having any property issues with
Mhm.
either this same property or this same property owner. You follow where I'm going with this?
Mhm.
Then we shouldn't do
Forgive.
that. We shouldn't forgive something or whatever.
I agree. And I want to pursue it more actively.
I know, but I mean, I think that needs to be one of the leading things on it. I mean, he owns a property A, but we're having trouble, we got a lien on it, but we've got property B going over here with the same owner. We don't need to be looking at forgiving property A. I think we need to, always pursue that. Look at what they're dealing with all the time with those people.
It might be, they're all this residential. I noticed one of them's got a higher,
yeah, why is that one
Probably tear down,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
8,000 or.
Yeah.
8,000?
but then all of a house or structure on the property.
but they're all residential.
It looks, is it something that's not? Looks like it's all residential streets.
I think they are. This one might not be.
Title
I
insurance.
think that's his office maybe. I'm not sure.
Isn't that in it now?
No, that wouldn't be.
It's probably owns it now. It's probably
Yeah, okay.
repoed it. Or it's bought it from them.
Okay. I think they must be all residential.
Okay.
All right. We'll move into the other items. Let me pull this up. Real quick. All right, so, as you all recall, earlier this year, the Indian Park lighting grant, is currently out for bid. And it will be, the bids will be open on December 16th, at 11 a.m. at Dublin County Courthouse for 200. December 16th, 11 a.m. Because the council, because we will not be meeting again this year, they're asking, or I'm asking permission from the council to allow me to sign into agreement, a contract with the lowest responsible bidder as chosen by the Kennett Park Board, and only if the bid's within the project budget. In order to do that, I was just kind of reading some notes that it sent to me. This will allow the contractor to go ahead and pursue materials to expedite the project, and in hopes that we can have it before spring or summer of next year. That's what we're hoping for.
I'll make a motion.
And I
Second.
Motion second, discussions. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. All right, thank you. All right, Lisa gave the business license and the clerk's update. In front of you, you should have an ordinance prepared. Starting in the city clerk's residence. We'll go ahead and take that over.
Yes, first reading, an ordinance amending section 115.280 of the municipal code of the city of Kennett to remove the requirement that the city clerk be a resident of the city. What this changes is that the current code says that the city clerk is required to be a voting resident of the city of Kennett. The city of Kennett is being deleted and inserted in its stead the word state of Missouri.
Okay, we have a motion.
Motion.
We have a second? Second. And we'll need to do a roll call vote for the first reading.